witches, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make your own witch's bell. So this is the kind that I make. There's lots of different ones that you can do that don't look like this. They look like just like rope or thin rope with bells tied in them, but I like the way this looks, so I'll show you how to do this one. So to make this one, what you'll need is you'll need some bells. So these are just some small little bells that I've got from the craft shop. Pretty much everything that you'll see I've either got online or from a craft shop. You'll need some different lengths of cord. So you'll need one big length for the top loop that hooks over your door handle. You'll need some longer pieces for the longer part of the bell, and then some smaller pieces for the smaller parts of the bell. You will need some charms. So I have a key charm because that's generally what you see on a witch's bell, is the key, because that's the protection and to honour Hecate. I'm using a tree of life and a triple moon pendant. You'll need a small hoop, and you can get these from your local craft shops. They're not very expensive. And then just some large jump rings to tie everything in together. Equipment wise, you just need a couple of pliers, small thin pliers to do the jump rings, and we'll get into it. So first things first, what I do is I get my loop sorted. So to make it super easy, I just knot one end sorry if you can hear the noise, it's super hot today, so I've got the air conditioning on, and you just thread that through your charm or pendant that's at the top, and pull that through, and then you've got your loop, and that's your first bit. So the next bit that I'll do is the jump ring and the pendant, and I'll hook that with that one. So you just get your large jump ring. So this is probably one of the fiddlier bits, because you've got to try and hook the jump ring, the pendant, and the bottom of the other pendant all into the same jump ring. So I think these are 5 or 6 mil jump rings. So you do have to open it quite a way to fit that in, and you do have to make sure that you put them the right way too. So you thread your charm in that way, and then the top of your charm that way, then grab them and push them together. You might need to do a little bit more of a push, and there you've got the first part. So the next part is doing the same thing and attaching the key. So there we've got sort of all the charms all hooked up onto your hoop, and now it's time for the bells. So this is a little bit fiddly, but also fairly simple to attach. You just put it on, tie your knots so that the bells go to the end, and you're wanting to try and leave as less of a tail as possible. And I usually double knot just to be on the safe side, but I didn't leave enough. You can always trim them a little bit later. And then on the other end, same thing. Again, you can just trim those off, that doesn't matter. The important thing though is when you go to do the second one, that they end up the same length. And there's your two longer ones, and then you repeat your steps for the shorter ones. And then when you're happy with the length, you just trim, or you can leave them on if you want, it's really up to you. And then to attach them, it's really quite simple. I put a long and a short one on each side, so I just get my long ones, I just thread them through just like that. And there you have it, your very own witch's bell. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video on making your own witch's bell. Again, this is just the way I like them. There's many different ways of doing them. If you've got any other ideas for crafts, leave it in a comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. So until the next one, merry part and merry meet again.